Let me run you through it. We started off with the freshers' dinner in the dining hall. This was on the second day, so we'd got used to the nice food on the first day, but of course this was a completely different level. We didn't have to dress up, we could just wear whatever we wanted, but everything was Trinity themed, the napkins, the placemats, everything. 3 courses. We started with a tomato soup, which was actually my favourite course of all 3. And then there was this chicken course, but I had salmon instead, and that was also really nice. And then we had a nice dessert, which was followed by coffee and some mints. This was followed by the Freshers' Fair, which they were in marquees, which was not what I was expecting. In my head, a Freshers' Fair was going to be all around the garden, all outside. But it was really nice, and you could walk around the stalls, although you did have to go in single file. So some people got caught because they went past the stall and weren't allowed back because of that single file system. But the most popular stalls seemed to be a Domino's pizza one, where they were giving out £1.92 pizzas for freshers, and we had that one night later this week. Our college put on events for us every single night, and there was clubbing every night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, but there were also other activities. I'm not much of a clubber, I went once, but it wasn't as good as some of the other non-clubbing events, which I enjoyed much more. For example, going to this board games cafe, where you can order drinks and they have a wide array of board games where you can play with your friends, but that was really nice. We did actually get set work in Freshers Week, so we had to find some of the books on our reading list for our first essay, which is due in on Wednesday. So we went to the Classics Library, which is called the Sackler, and we tried to work out how to borrow books and find the system. I went with all the classicists, which was nice because it was another chance for us all to get to know each other a bit better, and we managed to hopefully find the book we needed. The rest we can get online, and we took pictures of it so we all had it and started to work on an essay. Oxford and Cambridge are of course also famous for their rowing, and all the colleges have different boat houses, and so one day during Freshers Week we got to go to look at these boat houses and the boats and give it a try out. From Trinity it's quite far away to the boat houses, and actually the Trinity boat house is right at the end, so we had a really long walk, but it was worth it once we got there because we got to see the boat house, which we actually share with Lady Margaret Hall. And you don't actually think about how big these boats are, especially taking them in and out of the water. It can be quite difficult. And everyone, if they're trying to go past, has to stop when one of these boats gets dragged out and has to be taken in because you don't want to get bashed, basically. Hopefully you're enjoying this video so far. Of course, it's my first one actually at Oxford. So if you do like this kind of thing and want to see more, please do subscribe and stick around because the content should only get exponentially better to what I could make before at home. But anyway, back onto the video. What I thought was more famous at Cambridge, but still exists at Oxford, is punting. So our college, again, as one of these non-drinking events, took us to punt. Our group actually didn't get an oar, so we only had a punt, and we almost got charged the late fee because we took so long to get round. We left at 6 and it shut at 7, we got back about 7:30, but it was all fine in the end, but we really weren't pros. And then the last thing of Trinity College property to actually see was the sports fields, which again are quite a distance away. This was a joint event with the postgrads, so we hadn't met many of them for the rest of the week so far, so it was really nice to speak to them, and there were plenty of sports on offer. Some of us played football, some of us played tennis, other people just enjoyed the nice food that there was. But by the time we'd come back from there, I think we've now seen all of Trinity's buildings and places that you can go outside the college as well. Matriculation, the ceremony when you actually get officially inducted into the university, is not till next week, but we thought it would be sensible to buy our gowns, what's called sub-fusk, now, because it's Freshers Week, we'll have more time now than later. So we went to Shepherd and Woodward, which is one of the famous shops to buy it from, and it was actually really painless. From this table of loads of different gowns, someone comes and measures you up and finds one that fits you, and then you take a mortarboard hat size and you choose a tie that you want. But the whole thing was really painless and we were out really super quickly, which I thought was amazing. We literally arrived at 3:55, not knowing that the shop closed at 4, and thought there's no chance we'd have to come back another day, but we got served and finished by 3:59 PM. And everyone else, as we were leaving, was getting rejected at the door, but we had just enough time to do it, which we thought was really good fun. And actually on the way out, we found a potted plant fair, which was during Freshers Week for freshers to buy plants for their room. There were loads of different plants and pots and everything on offer. I didn't buy personally, but there was also a poster shop next door where you could buy different posters for your room, which also was really cool to go around, although we didn't buy. And there we go, that's all I've got so far. It's been a really busy week, but I'm excited for lessons to start now. I do feel much more settled, and I look forward to seeing what's next.